Hi, my name is Arianna Bril. I'm in ninth grade, and my capstone this year is going to be about Knott's Berry Farm. Knott's Berry Farm's transformation from a modest berry farm to one of Southern California's premier theme parks is a testament to the strategic blending of historical authenticity and innovative business practices. In this capstone project, I will explore how Knott's Berry Farm has navigated the challenges of the entertainment industry through its evolution in terms of branding, technological advancements, customer experience, and its strong ties to local culture, positioning itself as a unique and enduring entity in the competitive theme park landscape. Knott's Berry Farm, located in Buena Park, California, is one of the oldest and most iconic theme parks in the United States. It is famous for its unique blend of history, family-friendly entertainment, thrilling rides, and cultural significance. Here's an overview of Knott's Berry Farm, highlighting its origins, evolution, and attractions. Originally founded as a small farm by Walter Knott in the 1920s, Knott's Berry Farm Park has evolved over nearly a century from a modest berry farm and a restaurant into a renowned entertainment destination. Today, it stands as a major play in Southern California theme park industry, rivaling even the most famous parks in the world. This transformation is not just a story of physical expansion, but also one of adaptation, resilience, and innovation. Knott's Berry Farm has successfully navigated the complexities of a dynamic and competitive theme park market. Through this analysis, I will highlight the park's unique position in the landscape of American leisure and entertainment, illustrating how it continues to capture the spirit of California's past while embracing the future. In the early 1920s, Walter Knott, a farmer originally from Missouri, bought land in Buena Park, California. His goal was to grow crops, and he initially sold produce such as vegetables and fruit. However, one of his major successes came from cultivating a unique variety of berries known as boysenberries. These berries were a hybrid of raspberries, blackberries, and loganberries. The boysenberry was developed by a horticulturist named Rudolph Boysen, and Walter Knott was the first to successfully cultivate and market them on a large scale. The success of these berries helped establish the Knott family farm as a prominent agricultural business. The boysenberry became such a signature product, and Knott's began to sell jams, jellies, and pies made from the fruit. In 1934, as more visitors began stopping to buy some berries, Knott expanded his business by opening a small restaurant. Cordelia Knott, Walter's wife, served fried chicken, mashed potatoes, and other comfort foods. The restaurant quickly gained a reputation for its delicious food, particularly the fried chicken, which would later become a key element in Knott's Berry Farm's identity. As the restaurant became increasingly popular, Walter Knott began adding small attractions to keep visitors entertained while they waited for a table. In 1940, he created a replica of Ghost Town in the park's back area, which was based on the Western theme and helped expand the farm's attraction value. This ghost town became the first themed area in the park. Over the next decade, Knott continued to expand his farm's offerings, including adding a small railroad and more Western-style buildings. The attractions began to gather larger crowds, and in the 1950s, Knott's Berry Farm started to take on more characteristics of an amusement park. In 1968, the park opened its first major ride, the Montezuma's Revenge, a roller coaster that became one of the first major thrill rides in the park. The addition of rides and attractions helped to solidify Knott's as more than just a farm and a restaurant. It became a full-fledged theme park. By the 1960s and 1970s, Knott's Berry Farm continued expanding its rides and attractions. In 1966, the Calico Mine ride opened, becoming one of the park's most iconic rides. It was a dark, indoor ride that simulated a mining expedition, offering a unique experience that set the park apart from others. Other key additions included live shows and more Western-themed attractions. In 1973, Knott's introduced Knott's Scary Farm, an annual Halloween event that has since become one of the largest and most famous Halloween events in the world, featuring haunted mazes, scare zones, and themed performances. Knott's Scary Farm solidified the park's reputation for offering both family-friendly and thrill-seeking experiences. As the theme park industry grew, Knott's began to compete more directly with other major parks in the area, such as Disneyland. In the 1970s and 1980s, Knott's introduced more thrilling rides, introducing the Corkscrew 1975, which became one of the world's first upside-down roller coasters. In 1997, Knott's Berry Farm was purchased by Cedar Fair Entertainment Company, a major amusement park operator. Under Cedar Fair's ownership, the park continued to expand its offerings, adding new rides, attractions, and events while still maintaining the park's historical charm. In the early 2000s, the park expanded its family-friendly offerings by introducing Camp Snoopy, a Peanuts-themed area that includes rides and activities for younger visitors. Today, Knott's Berry Farm continues to thrive as a popular Southern California attraction, known for its thrilling rides, family-friendly entertainment, and seasonal events. Some of its standout offerings include Knott's Scary Farm during Halloween, Knott's Merry Farm during the winter holidays, and special events like the Boysenberry Festival celebrating the park's roots. The science between the rides at Knott's Berry Farm, or any theme park, involves a fascinating combination of physics, engineering, and technology. Each ride is carefully designed to provide thrilling experiences while ensuring safety and fun for visitors. Knott's Berry Farm is home to 7 world-class roller coasters, such as Ghost Rider, Accelerator, Silver Bullet, and Hang Time. The science between roller coasters involves 7 branches of physics, including kinematics, dynamics, and energy conservation. Potential and kinetic energy. Roller coasters operate based on the conversion of potential energy. At the beginning of a roller coaster ride, the coaster car is lifted to a high point using a lift, hill, or launch system. At this point, it has high potential energy. As it descends, this energy is converted to kinetic energy, making the car speed up. The highest point on a roller coaster is where the car has the most potential energy, and the lowest point is where it has the most kinetic energy. On Accelerator, a hydraulic launch system gives the coaster a rapid initial burst of speed, converting stored energy into motion. The coaster then reaches a maximum speed of 82 miles per hour within just 2.3 seconds. Inertia is the tendency of an object to resist changes in its motion. For roller coasters, inertia keeps riders pressed to their seats during sharp turns, loops, and inversions, creating thrilling sensations. However, the design of the ride ensures that the force, known as G-forces, stay within safe limits for riders. The experience of gravity, or G-forces, is a crucial aspect of a roller coaster design. When a coaster makes a sharp turn, drop, or inversion, riders feel a force pushing them to their seat or sometimes out of their seat. These forces are measured in Gs, and the coaster designers carefully calculate these to ensure they provide an exciting ride while staying within safe limits. Some of the rides at Knott's Berry Farm give visitors the sensation of weightless, or airtime, where riders feel as if they are floating or being lifted off their seats. This occurs when the coaster is in free fall or traveling in sharp arc, and the downward force of gravity is momentarily less than the accelerating of the ride. This is because the acceleration due to gravity is weaker than the acceleration of the ride itself, creating the sensation of weightlessness. Friction plays a significant role in ensuring the safety of rides at Knott's Berry Farm, especially roller coasters and other high-speed rides. The smoothness of the track and the wheels of the ride are designed to reduce excessive friction, which helps control the speed of the ride. The friction between the wheels and the track is finely tuned so that the ride operates at the desired speed while keeping the train securely in place of the track. Brakes on roller coasters use friction to slow down or stop the cars. There are different types of brakes, such as magnetic brakes, friction brakes, and air brakes. Magnetic brakes, like those used on Silver Bullet, use electromagnetic fields to slow the coaster smoothly without physical contact, reducing wear and tear on the system. Knott's Accelerator is one of the most famous high-speed coasters at the park. Unlike traditional roller coasters that use a chain lift to pull the cars up a hill, Accelerator uses a hydraulic launch system to propel the coaster from 0 to 82 miles per hour in just 2.3 seconds. The technology behind this launch involves a massive hydraulic system that quickly releases energy to the coaster train, creating a rapid burst of acceleration. The science behind it involves Newton's third law. For every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction, as the system uses pressurized fluid to launch the coaster forward. The economics and mathematics behind Knott's Berry Farm, or any large theme park, are integral to its financial success. These involve pricing strategies, cost analysis, revenue generation, cost-benefit analysis, economic forecasting, and market analysis. Mathematical models are used to optimize the park's operations, pricing, staffing, marketing, and overall profitability. One of the fundamental aspects of Knott's Berry Farm's economics involves determining how much to charge for admission, food, souvenirs, and other services. The goal to maximize revenue while balancing affordability and profitability. The pricing of tickets involves economic principles like price elasticity of demand and consumer behavior. Knott's uses mathematical models to determine how changes in ticket prices impact demand. The concept of price elasticity of demand measures how sensitive the demand for a product is to changes in price. If the demand is highly sensitive, then a small increase in price can lead to a large decrease in the number of visitors. A higher price elasticity indicates that customers are more sensitive to price changes, meaning Knott's would need to be cautious with price increases. Knott's might bundle different ticket packages, season passes, combo tickets for multiple parks to encourage guests to spend more. Bundling is based on pricing optimization and customer surplus, which is the difference between what consumers are willing to pay and what they will actually pay. Knott's Berry Farm also uses dynamic pricing, where tickets fluctuate based on demand, time of day, season, and special events. The demand curve helps determine optimal pricing. For example, during off-peak times, Knott's can lower prices to attract more visitors, while during peak times, summer or holidays, they can raise prices to maximize revenue. Beyond ticket sales, Knott's Berry Farm generates significant revenue through food, merchandise, and add-ons, parking, photo ops, and fast passes. Knott's uses per capita spending models to estimate how much each visitor will spend on food and beverages during their visit. For example, if the average visitor spends $20 on food and beverages, the total revenue on a busy day can be calculated by total food revenue equals average spend per visitor times the number of visitors. On a day with 1,000 visitors, total food revenue equals 20 times 10,000 equals 200,000. Merchandise is another significant source of income using sales per capita models. The park can estimate how much guests will spend on souvenirs and merchandise. For example, if each guest spends on average $15 on merchandise, then for 10,000 visitors, the revenue from merchandise would be total merchandise revenue equals 15 times 10,000 equals $150,000. Mathematical optimization techniques are also used to determine how much revenue can be generated from add-ons such as parking fees, fast passes, VIP experiences, and photos. Knott's calculates the marginal revenue for each additional service or product sold to ensure that these add-ons maximize the overall revenue without deterring customers from purchasing them. Cost analysis and profit maximization is important at Knott's Berry Farm. It must balance its fixed costs, land, infrastructure, ride maintenance, with variable costs, staffing, and food supplies to maximize profitability. Costs that don't change with the number of visitors, maintenance of rides, park infrastructure. Costs that increase with the number of visitors, staffing, consumables like food and drinks. Knott's can take advantage of economies of scale. As the park increases its number of visitors, the per visitor cost of providing services, such as staffing and maintenance, decreases. This increases the probability as the park's total revenue grows faster than its total costs. Knott's can use break-even analysis to determine how many tickets must be sold to cover its costs. The break-even point occurs when the total revenue equals total cost. This formula tells Knott's how many tickets they need to sell to cover both fixed and variable costs. Any additional tickets sold beyond this point contribute to profit. Knott's uses return on investment analysis to evaluate the effectiveness of their marketing and advertisement campaigns. This involves calculating and adding revenue generated by marketing efforts and comparing it to the cost of these efforts. In conclusion, Knott's Berry Farm stands as a remarkable example of how a theme park can successfully blend entertainment, innovation, and economic strategy. From its rich history, which began as a humble berry farm, to its modern-day status as a major Southern California attraction, Knott's has continuously evolved to meet the needs of its guests. The park design, the thrilling rides, and its optional efficiency showcase the importance of mathematics, physics, and economic strategies in maintaining a seamless guest experience while ensuring profitability. As it continues to innovate and adapt to new trends, Knott's Berry Farm not only remains a beloved destination, but also an industry leader in the theme park world. Its ability to balance tradition and modernity is a testament to its enduring appeal and success. Thanks for watching! I hope you learned a lot.